What's up, GVSU Esports? Your president here talking to you currently when you're watching this video from the future. Just wanted to say really quickly before you get into the episode, this is a recap of the live version of the Laker LAN podcast that we did with Pony during our 24-hour stream. And I also just want to say eBoard election forms to sign up to be on the eBoard or Game Leader are up now. We can put the link in the description for you, but it's also in the announcements channel of the GVSU Esports Discord. Sign up to be on the eBoard. Talk to me if you have questions. It's an amazing experience, or be a game leader. And we'll get right into the episode. Enjoy.
I mean, whatever is the most broken at the time.
A slave to the meta.
Or
dragged out. I might be the GOAT.
Well, once again, not zero. I'm the Wii Sports champion. Reyna has a special place in hell.
Who gets the most kills in all our premier matches?
Not you,
yes.
Always.
Okay.
My mom loved it. She loved it. So we must be doing something right.
Yes. Shout out, Mrs. Robar. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first ever rendition of a live episode of our new podcast on our first ever 24-hour stream
for the Day of Giving.
For the Day of Giving.
Here
at GVSU Esports. Now, isn't it a countrywide thing, actually?
I've heard of it from other sources.
Yeah.
I feel like I only ever see it from Grand Valley.
Well, I think I saw like a Jersey Mike's ad the other day, and they were talking about the Day of Giving. I don't know if it's the same day as the Grand Valley one, or if we just like stole the idea.
Yeah, actually, now that you mention it, I think I've heard it from the Y. Like I get emails from the Y.
I think it might be like a national-wide thing, whatever. We're back after a little bit of a break because of spring break.
Yep.
We weren't able to get into the studio last week, unfortunately. There was some administrative issues going on. We couldn't get in the studio to film an episode last week.
Yeah, that's true.
But we hope you watched our first episode of the podcast. With Director Riley Long.
I was on cast last week with Nemo, and he said that he really enjoyed watching it.
Cool. That's so.
And I've heard that a lot of people have really enjoyed watching it. My mom loved it. She loved it. So we must be doing something right.
Yes. Shout out, Mrs. Robar. Anyways, this time we'll have another guest. We kind of want to do like maybe every other, like some of these episodes just be me and you talking. Some of the episodes having a guest. It can be tough to get a guest every single week. Somebody who has enough experience in the esports world to talk about esports, but also having the availability to meet on our times. But this week we have Pony from our premier team. We're super excited to talk to him. But let's get into kind of what's been going on in esports recently, Ben.
Yeah. So lots of stuff has been happening in esports recently. Last time we were on podcast, we were talking about Masters Bangkok.
Yes.
So
it's over now.
Yeah, it's over. It's been over for 17 days.
Was it really 17 days?
I think it was March 2nd, yeah.
Wow.
So right when you left for spring break, I think, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, so that's done. T1
W1
beat G2 in a marathon 5-game series. All those games were super close. I think the most blowout scoreline was map 1. It was 13-5 on Lotus, I think.
Did T1 win that or G2?
G2.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I know there was a 13-15 in there.
Yeah, and the last game was like crazy long. Yeah. It was reminding me of the Game Changer split game from last year.
We talk about like every week.
Yes, we do, because it's like the incident.
It literally is like the incident. Yes, yeah.
So also, I received the Twitter notification when I was walking in here that Carmine Corp has won the Game Changers tournament in, I believe,
Stage 1, I think it was.
Yeah,
Stage 1 NA. Was it NA?
Carmine Corp is an EU org.
Okay, so Stage 1 EU.
Yeah, maybe EMEA or something like that.
Yeah.
I guess I could just.
Are they like? Is that going into like their Masters? So are they like locked in for Masters or something because they won their Stage 1 stuff?
Yeah, EMEA Game Changer Stage 1 champions, Carmine Corp.
Interesting. I know. I do remember because I think Sen won the NA stage, one of the stages last year, and they got a trophy for it.
Oh, cool. Is it like Sen Game Changers or like
no,
Sen,
like the actual roster? Yeah, the main roster. Yep.
Okay.
They got a VCT NA trophy for the stage, so
that's cool.
It is. The way that they break it up now is the way they break it up now is much better than it used to be. I mean, it was like a 4-month season, and then we had like 8 months of off season.
Yeah, they're probably doing what they've been doing with LCS, or not LCS anymore, LTA. They're probably doing what they're doing with that now, where they have one split international tournament, one split international tournament, one split worlds.
Yeah, that's pretty much. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, so we've got
Masters and then champs at the end of it, and then Speaking of
Masters, Toronto tickets are going on sale next week. I know we talked about this.
We bursting them.
I'm super excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited to go.
Mm.
And I got kind of nervous when I saw the prices, but they were in Canadian, so it's
So it's a little
instantly
bit
like
cheaper.
40% cheaper than the U.S. dollar.
Uh-huh.
So that's great to see. I think that's all we have for like headlines right now in the esports world.
Yeah. For Valorant, at
yeah.
least, yeah. Good calls.
And we are focusing on Valorant this fine week.
Just because of our amazing, prestigious guests that we have here.
Yeah.
Waiting so
Pony.
desperately to get on.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen one player catch so many W's as much as Pony.
Every time we see Pony sub in for a game for Val,
He gets an ace.
He gets an ace. He clutches up. He's got ice in his veins. Whatever it might be, he will fill any role. He's just disgusting at this game. And I mean, as far as I know, I don't think I saw the document earlier when Pony said this, but he did say it was listed on the document that he is a professional Valorant player, folks. He is.
Well, if he's ever played for money, then technically he's like I'm a professional musician. So
Yeah,
because I've played for money.
True. The second money is involved, you become a professional.
That's right.
Yes. But anyways, yeah, so T11 Masters, we recapped that. What else has been going on? Oh, I remember Sam told me we have the new agent for Valorant has come out, Waylay. New duelist, which honestly, I don't know if she's gonna make any splashes in pro play or anything like that, but in terms of like comp games, in the rank system, if you have somebody who like actually understands how to play the agent, she's kind of a monster. We had one game on Haven, and she up dashed right for us, and like instantaneously
I remember.
teleported back, and it was like one frame where you could even see that she was there.
I think that had to have been a bug because I feel like earlier in the day you were able to see Waylay recall.
Yeah,
there should be like an animation
like
for it.
with Yoru or Chamber.
For later that day,
Instantaneous. She was on your screen for a frame, disappeared.
Yeah, so that's pretty egregious.
And there's the new status effect that her abilities bring, which like slows time.
It slows you a lot and your rate of fire, but first blood accuracy is unaffected.
Yes, exactly.
So if you're good, you should still kill her.
You line up your headshot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it's a better status effect now than what's going on with Breach.
The cosmetic stuns?
Yes.
It's not even just Breach. I swear it's every stun I feel like is just cosmetic. Like it's a skin at this point.
We were queuing the other day and we had multiple times where somebody was Breach ulted or concussed and they just one-tapped like the Breach who used it.
It's just
ridiculous. It was disgusting.
It's pretty wild.
Yes, it is. So, Sam, do we have that video ready the trailer for it, right? Yeah, it's kind of old. Well, go to the ability trailer. Well, this
yeah.
This is
well, here we go,
folks.
There
we perfect. Go. Okay, so that was her basically concuss grenade that hinders. Throw it, whatever explodes, hindered. Cool. And then she has I think
it's like a Phoenix Molly, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, it is. This is her dash updraft combination ability there.
Yeah. So if you left click on it, I think you just go forward, and if you right click, or whichever way.
Yeah.
They you either go up and dash or just dash forward.
Yeah, and I think you have to be looking in the direction. Like you have to look up to be able to go up. Like you don't just go.
Oh, okay.
Because I've had that happen. I played her in some like I don't know spike rushes or whatever it was, and it was like you could either like double dash forward or you had to be like looking up for it to go up.
Okay.
Yep. So I mean, whatever. It's a combination updraft dash of jet and put to this, and then her E ability is her teleport. Kind of acts just as the jet dash does now, where you have to prime it, and wherever you prime it,
it's like a recall point. Yeah, it's like chamber rendezvous kind of.
So you prime it, you go your fight, and then right where you primed it, if you hit E again, that's where it takes you back.
Yeah,
I think it's a super cool ability.
Yeah, that is super cool, and this is one of the first agents that I've like watched, at least recently, that when they were released, I wasn't like, this is going to be obscenely broken.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't really, I guess a ton of people don't have her unlocked yet, but I haven't seen her a ton in ranked play since she just came out.
Yeah.
But she could be fun to play. I mean, maybe there'll be some pro like Eggster on Yoru that comes out and just is nasty on her and everybody plays her, but yeah, and then her ult basically does what her concuss does, but it's a big wide area, almost like a Tejo ult.
Yeah, her ult's super weird. It also gives her like a boost or something to like, because you see there's like a blue status effect there in the corner.
Yeah,
I've not touched the agent. Well, I guess it's equip to focus your prismatic power fire to create an after image of yourself that projects a beam of light. After a brief delay, you gain a powerful speed boost and the beam expands. So you're faster.
So she gets faster and everybody else is slowed. So it is kind of a nutty alt. But anyways, that's the new agent. I'll be super curious to see if in this next split, if we see any pro players actually using her.
Yeah. One thing, okay, this is going to sound really stupid. This isn't about Waylay. This is about Clove. Until Clove got nerfed, I was completely unaware of the fact that when you use the C, you get a speed up.
Yeah, that you get healed and you have a speed boost. Yeah.
I didn't know about the speed boost.
That's funny.
I play Clove.
Yeah, and you had no idea that there was a speed boost there?
Yeah.
That's funny.
So I just thought that was really kind of embarrassing of me to not know.
Clove also had was not played in Masters, or I don't even know if she was played at all, or they were played at all in the first stage of just what's the word I'm looking for? Like the NAE, what would you call
the splits?
Yeah, whatever, the splits. I don't do you know Pony? Yeah, maybe.
I mean, Clove is still really good.
No,
even post nerf, I think that they might have hit them a bit too hard with the smoke cooldowns. But we're going to talk about agents later in the podcast, so let's not get too far into this. But how do you feel about the fact that Sentinels just got absolutely mollywopped at Bangkok?
I think that this happens to Sen pretty much every year.
Every time they get to an international tournament, and some people still say they're the best in NA?
Yes, they won Reykjavik, and which one did they win last year? They won one last year, Madrid, maybe it was, I think. Yeah, Masters Madrid they won. So they've won 2 Masters events. Those are the only 2 international events they've won. They never won champs or anything like that. But they just go through these identity crises.
Yeah, when you build your whole brand around one player and then the player leaves.
Yes, but there was also the identity crisis when Shaz and Zoms and Dapper, they all kind of moved on and went their own ways. There was an identity crisis there. They had to rebuild the entire team around Tens. He was the only surviving player. They win another Masters, and then Tens leaves, and I think Saucy left as well.
So I think got signed by MIBR.
Yeah, you're trying to find a groove again. So I'm hoping that, for all the Sen fans out there, that the first split and Masters was kind of just like a trial run, and maybe they come back stronger. Me personally,
I mean,
I'm a 100 Thieves fan, so.
Yeah. I am also a 100 Thieves fan.
Yes.
But I also really like G2. I think that G2, they're a great Oregon League of Legends.
I agree.
And also Counter-Strike. I'm a big Counter-Strike guy, at least pro play. I don't play anymore, but I've always been a fan of G2 as an org. Carlos, not as much. But the org itself, I think, is decent.
I agree. And they showed it almost winning Masters.
Yeah. 5-game marathon there. That was crazy.
Yeah.
I really wish they won. I watched some of that. I watched some of the first map, when it was live. I woke up in the middle of the night and watched it. Yeah, it's just I happened to wake up and I saw it was on.
Fair enough.
And then I studied the Lotus game for last week's premiere, obviously, and then I
for game for this week.
Yeah, I just I think that
we just broke that. Yeah. Shout out Abby for letting us scrim against her premier team.
Yeah, last night, Evan and I have a premier team, and we scrimmed Lucky Ducky's team, premier team last night.
Yes.
So that was a great learning experience for me, at least. I learned playing Astra. Who plays Astra? I'm not Luff.
Man does not play Astra.
I'm not Luff. It's like, but Astra's. I think I'm
such a good agent.
I'm feeling more comfortable now.
Yes.
Definitely somebody. I need the comms from the team, and we're getting better with that.
Yes, we are. Slowly but surely, and that's why we're doing these scrims. But anyways, back to the meat and potatoes of this. I think it's time to get Pony on here.
Yeah?
Don't you think? Yeah.
I think so.
We're going to cut to a super short break, change up the set a little bit so we can get Pony on here, and we'll be right back. You didn't grow up playing competitive video games.
I did not. I didn't even grow up with a PC or anything.
That is wild.
This is all kind of a recent occurrence to me, honestly.
So from 0 video games to...
well, once again, not 0. I'm the Wii Sports champion.
All right. Okay.
Give me some respect.
0 online competitive.
Absolutely.
To varsity esports at a university. That's pretty awesome. How did you get introduced to Valorant here at Grand Valley in the first place, or how did you find the esports club?
So, this is super nerdy of me. I did some esports in high school.
Mhm.
That was Rocket League esports.
Sure.
And then when I was kind of looking around for colleges, I was kind of between like U of M, Michigan State, Grand Valley. Those were kind of my big 3 options.
Yeah.
And U of M and Michigan State didn't have esports websites at the time.
Wow.
And I looked up the Grand Valley esports website, and I was like, oh, these guys placed like top 8 nationally. They've got 3 Radiants on their team. Like, these guys are incredible. Like,
yeah.
0% chance I make that team, but like,
Yeah.
0% chance I can make that team.
But that's pretty much the same way I did it. I mean, I searched up like GVSU esports my freshman year. I was sitting in my dorm. I was like, I play Valorant, right? So I emailed somebody on the e-board at the time through Laker Link, and I was like, do you guys have a Valorant team? And they're like, yeah, actually, we got tons of club teams, blah, 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 this and that. And that's how we met, actually.
Yeah.
On the lowest of the low club teams at the time, Valorant Red.
I didn't even try out. I joined the Discord, saw that tryouts already happened, and then I left the Discord because I was like, I'm not getting on a team.
But then Coach Avery, he did us all well. We've been on the team. And a majority of the people that were on that team, we play Valorant with like 100% of the time.
Yeah, that's true.
Some of our closest friends now, right?
Yeah.
And then honestly, from their freshman year, now I'm here as president of the club, right? So everybody has their little. I mean, I did the same thing, so that's super cool. What year are you in school, Pony?
I am a junior.
Okay,
Although it's only my 2nd year at Grand Valley.
Okay.
Did you do CC before?
I did. I was at GRCC for a year.
Okay,
Awesome.
cool.
There's actually a lot of people who want to have esports at GRCC too. I've got people that are asking me questions about how we do it here, so that's kind of interesting. Maybe someday there'll be people who come from GRCC esports to GP.
That would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's what you would have done, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. So what agents are you maining usually in Valorant, Pony?
I main whatever is the most broken at the time,
A slave to the meta.
or I will main whatever is not immediately insta-locked. So
That's also fair.
So no Jet, no Reyna.
I've played them.
Right.
I've played them a good amount.
Well,
but
who hasn't?
Yeah.
they're not my main as of recently. I flop around.
I had a Slack Reyna the other day in my comp game that went 1-13.
That's pretty awesome.
1.
Was I in that game with you?
I was so
Because we've had some obscene performances from Reynas.
yes. You want to be my Reyna?
It's a different breed. I don't want to be anybody's Reyna. I don't think I've ever met
And that's
a player
valid.
I liked.
Yeah, don't look at my tracker. My first most played agent is Omen.
Okay.
By like 4 times.
Yeah.
Right, and then it's Reyna.
I remember queuing those 2 or 3 games on.
Yeah, I might be the GOAT. Okay,
Fragged out.
chat, I might be the GOAT.
Best Omen NA, as he likes to say.
So we ended on like a Haven. He picked Omen. I think he went like 26 and 15. I mean,
Haven's a good map. Haven's a good map.
Omen's Playground. Yeah, absolutely. Go for it, Ben. Throw one out.
So, what is your peak rank in Valorant?
I
just asked him this.
I'll be totally honest. I'm not totally proud of this, but I'm peak Ascendant 2.
Okay, well, I'm peak Ascendant 1.
Okay. So we're like the same.
Well,
Goats.
except
Both
it was a long time ago.
You know, equally good players.
So,
There you go.
the Agent Omen that we were just talking about, he has not received a buff since I was Ascendant in episode 5.
Yeah.
They really haven't touched him minus the most recent nerf that they just did.
Yeah, with the one-ways.
Yeah, I got rid of all
Yeah, that
one-ways.
was egregious. For why?
Yeah.
Cypher can still one-way? Never mind. I'm going to get too heated if I talk about
No,
this.
I feel it. I mean, that was the one thing that made him fun to play.
Yeah.
Vibe.
And then
Finding goofy one-ways.
before they gutted Clove, Omen was just not playable.
Yep.
Yeah.
You just have to play Clove.
Mhm.
Well, you had to. Now Clove is nerfed into the floor, but still decent.
I mean, his one good ability, Paranoia, best flash in the game, honestly.
Yeah,
And
that's
to-
true.
I mean,
It's pretty good for sure.
the range, I feel like I'll be outside of the range of Omen Paranoia, and it still hits me.
Yeah, but then on the flip side, I feel like sometimes when you throw the Paranoia, somebody's right in the middle of it and they're not blind.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't
You know,
It's funky. Valorant.
the rectangle of
Valorant.
death.
Right. Yeah. Legitimately the rectangle of death. So let's go to another one here. Right now on the Premier team, you're a sub, you're a 6-man, you're the fill, right?
6th man, yep.
So
Trademark.
there's ain't nothing wrong with being Lou Will, okay? He was 6-man of the year multiple years.
Yeah.
Okay? Nothing wrong with
I'm proud of it.
as you should be. Now, what is it like having to fill any role that's asked of you, essentially?
It depends on the day
Uh-huh.
and who it is I'm filling for.
Yes.
Generally, I don't mind it.
Okay.
I really don't mind it. I mean,
Yeah.
there are some roles that are super, super fun for me to play. Others that I'm not so in love with, but
Like what?
I I think 3 weeks ago. Yeah. Do you know what I'm about to say?
No, I don't.
Okay.
But it's just funny that you have like
playing
a
an
certain.
initiator.
Well, here's the thing. I love initiators. I really do. I love playing flashes. I love
Okay.
playing info.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Tejo is neither one of those things.
Yeah, you're
That
right.
is true.
Yep.
He's a supplemental initiator.
Yep. And
Yeah.
I'm cool to play just about every character. I think there's like right now 3 characters that I am not totally comfortable on.
And those are.
Tejo for sure. Harbor's kind of a questionable.
Yeah, Harbor's weird.
And Sage, I'm good at Sage, but I just can't stand playing Sage. She is so not fun.
I actually kind of like Sage. I can't love.
Oh, it's a little embarrassing. I'll be honest.
Well, I've been really into shotguns recently.
Okay.
Like,
fair.
Bucky second round.
yeah, Bucky second round, even if we lose.
I don't know who you got to start playing if you like the Bucky.
Who?
Harbor.
Okay,
You throw the cascade and you
Yep.
just chase right after it.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
I love me some good Harbor, but the teammates won't let me play it in Premier.
That's fair. It is a little bit of a throw to play Harbor.
Yeah,
to be honest.
It is. It's like playing Viper now, right? I mean,
Yeah, Viper anywhere except Icebox.
you
Yeah.
have one dedicated actual smoke, and they nerf her so you can't even pick it up.
Yeah, it's not even reusable.
No.
Yep.
Like, if you're going to play a Viper or a Harbor, you
gotta
got to
have somebody else too.
controller.
Yeah,
Yes, a
you gotta
double
have-
controller.
I mean, I think that's kind of where Clove shines, though, right?
Yes.
Like you're playing the Viper and the Clove, or the Viper and
Yeah.
the Clove and the Harbor. You know.
What's hard about that now is I feel like we're in with the addition of Teo, we're in such like a double initiator meta, like
Yep.
Teo and somebody else.
Teo Breach. Yeah.
You know, like you can couple their abilities, right? I mean, you hit somebody with a breach stun, and then you throw your Teo all or your Teo salvo on top of them, dead, right?
Yeah.
So having, I mean, I don't know. It's just hard. It's hard to have double
agree.
anything and give up another position for that role
Yeah.
you're trying to play, but
I mean, meta comes and goes, right? I mean,
it does.
I remember the days when it was completely normal that you'd play 3 initiators and no duelists.
Yep.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was a
Yep.
for
Yeah.
that, or the double duelist comp, or whatever.
Yeah.
Double duelist is something that has never really gone away.
No.
Well, not in comp at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In pro play,
Well, everyone wants to be the main character.
yes.
Really? It's yes. Looking at you, Evan.
Why are you looking at me?
Who's your most played agent?
Jet.
And who's your second most played? Who's your second most played agent?
Probably Chamber, actually.
Okay, it might be Chamber. It might be Chamber.
Either way, who gets the most kills in all Premier matches?
Not you always.
Okay, but why every season am I the person who's the captain during like the tournament selection? That's how they choose that.
That's not. It's because you make the lobby.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. Yes.
Nope.
Because I'm the owner of the team.
Don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Get a load of this guy.
I'm keeping it with the fact that it's because I get the most for excellency.
Okay.
That's true.
We can
Whatever you
say
have to
that.
tell yourself, man. I get
You,
it.
Yeah.
You want to? I'll pull up.
We'll
my
pull
tracker
Deltadoid
GG.
into this. We'll pull up Deltadoid.
You know,
into
no,
this.
because I when I remember how I showed you at Main Street Pub the other day the tracker.gg Premier stats.
This guy.
My stats are higher than David's. They're higher than David's. Okay. Let me have my copium for a minute.
Okay.
right?
All right.
I'm-
You're the best. You're the best guy. You're the best. You're so good, buddy.
Thank you.
Can we put this kid on the real Premier team? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Let's get him in here.
Me and you.
Yeah.
We could go crazy.
We could.
We could go
Could.
crazy.
I mean, we'd have to drop some also other crazy players, but like,
Well,
yeah,
I
we could
mean,
go crazy.
Cam and Noah are graduating,
All
right? Dak's going to somewhere. He's going to
Japan.
study. Is he going to Japan too? Because Alex is going to Japan too.
Is he?
Yes,
That's awesome.
So maybe they're going to. Yeah, I know. I think it's super cool.
Might be going on the same trip.
Yeah. So I mean, anybody out there who wants to play on the Premier team next year, there's going to be slots. So just practice up this summer. Nemo's might be running a Val Academy, which would be really cool.
Yep.
I love Nemo.
He's a great guy. So if any of you are high schoolers watching this right now and you play Valorant and you want to play on the varsity team, we might have Val Academy for you this summer. Anyways, back to what we were talking about. You feel everything and anything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, you say you like playing info. I will play no initiators but Tejo.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's funny. I think Teo suits you really well.
yeah, he's like it allows me to play slower, not be so aggressive, but also have
like
abilities that.
Chamber.
Yeah.
I think Chamber's the only sentinel that really sits with your playstyle really well.
I agree. I'm an aggressive player in every game that I
Mhm.
play. I mean, I didn't grow up. Actually, that's not true. I grew up playing Siege, but I like to roam.
How do you
And Call of
grow up
Duty.
playing Siege, dude? That game came out in like 2006.
Where it's I mean, like that was one of my first like true
Okay. Yeah,
competitive titles.
Sure.
Like where I played ranked. You know.
Yeah.
I did never mess around with Call of Duty ranked back in the day, like Mr. Riley Long did.
He was professional though.
Yeah, he was a professional. Anyways, did we talk? Do you have a least favorite role?
Not any role in particular. No.
Okay. Do you have a least favorite agent besides Tejo?
Honestly, not really.
No?
Not really.
Good guy over here.
I like That's one of the things I kind of enjoy about subbing is like just the variety.
Yeah,
Mhm.
everything.
Get-
and anything. Yeah,
I get to play everything. I get to play anything.
you're not stuck in one.
Yeah.
I guess.
Sometimes I'm filling for somebody,
Yeah.
and they say like, "Hey, this person doesn't usually like to play this character, but we'd like to play him instead." I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. I'm chill with that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Get to IGL. I get to be told what to do. Like
I get
everything.
what to do.
I mean, I guess
Sometimes when you turn your brain off, it's really nice.
I
you got
agree.
two
That-
options, right? You're either IGL or being told what to do.
This
Yeah.
guy's my IGL. He's the brain of the operation. I just
It's
Yeah.
nice to have somebody like that, right?
yes.
You can just like, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna lock in on what's right in front of my screen. And when
That's-
somebody says like pony move, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna move.
Yep, exactly. No, that's what Ben is for me. He's like he leaves me like cannon fodder, and he's like, okay, now go A. All right,
Yeah.
go on A now.
Okay.
That's really how it goes.
Yeah. Okay. Sometimes.
Well, right. I'm not like being like
I know you're not. I just.
that's dangling like the keys in front of you like you're a baby. But you know, like
this way now. This
here are the kills. Here are the kills.
Yeah, literally. Literally, that's what it is.
Go point your gun at them.
It's in game.
Yeah, in game, of course, of course.
On to our next question. What do you feel is the most important aspect of the video game of Valorant?
Mentality and comms, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, those can be kind of overlooked, and it's hard to like, especially when you're watching like a VCT event. It's really hard to be like, man, this team is great. Like their comms are so awesome.
Yeah.
Like you don't hear any of that.
Yeah.
And then also the ability to like, I mean, get 13-0'd on one map and then bring it back to the next map. Like that is a really difficult thing to do.
Yes.
To like,
Yeah. I completely agree. That's one of the most important parts of this game, just overall.
you can have some of like the best shooters, the best IGL on your team, like all of that. But like if your mental is out of the window on game one, like you're not going to win the series.
I was telling you the other day, or not the other day, just a little bit ago, how I was one game off Ascendant when that loss streak.
Yep.
And I messaged Gal before I went on there, and I said, "Do you have any tips for me winning this game?" And he goes, "Lead your teammates like sheep. Like be as positive as you can.
That is true.
Don't let them
That
get
is
down
true.
on you."
That is absolutely the case. You know, I was talking with Coach SkyX just like, I think Friday I had a little mod review with him.
Yeah.
Talk about like what's going on, what's going wrong, those kind of things. And one of the big things he pointed out is he was like, yeah, when you're talking to your ranked teammates, like never even say the word don't.
Yeah.
They get so negative so quick. You just got to be like, hey guys, can you please do this for me? Like,
Yeah.
this would work really well. Like,
Yeah.
treat them like they're toddlers.
People are like,
Not well.
they're stuck in their ways.
Yeah.
And you like a deadlock throws a wall here, and you're like, "Hey, can we like maybe put that wall mid instead, or that wall here?"
Yeah.
No, how dare you ask me to do that?
Yep.
Like, how dare you tell me to change my playstyle? This is where I put the wall. How dare you?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like how, like you mentioned this past weekend, like when I get tilted and I yell at somebody in game, and then like next round I'll apologize.
Yeah, this guy, he cannot let anybody like be mad at him.
Because like, I feel bad, right? Like,
Yes, he does.
I recognize that, once I'm not so like hot in the head, and I realize like, okay, that was wrong of me. Yeah, I need to apologize to this person, and it often really makes the situation better.
Kindness wins game. The first time I got to Ascendant, like I think I bottom fragged like 6 games in a row and on a win streak bottom frag just because I was like being super positive and IGLing my team.
Yep.
Yeah.
I dropped like 10 kills in a 20-round game, but I would just be like a nice person and some of my teammates would just carry.
That's the thing. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you're bot fragging, but if you're bot fragging and then you're not calming, totally different. Then you're actually just throwing.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you're bot fragging and you're trying, like you're calming, you're giving calls, whatever, like you're actively participating. Yeah, that's totally different. Totally different.
Yeah. Like the 6-20 deadlock game I had.
Yeah, the one. Yep. He was giving me positive reinforcement the whole game. He was like, "Okay, guys,
A win is a win, bro. It doesn't matter how you get there.
Getting carried is a skill.
It is. It is.
only the best Valorant players can get carried and win."
That's true. That's absolutely true.
That's true.
I mean, the duality of Valorant players, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Pony, what's your favorite gun in the game?
So
I enjoy being a little cringe. I'll be totally honest.
he's going to judge.
I really fucking like the Odin.
He does like the Odin. He likes
It
the Odin.
is one of my most used guns. That, the Operator, and the Judge are like my 3 most used guns.
You play Sova a lot though, don't you? Or at least sometimes. You've played Sova in some of the games.
Yeah,
He's a film
I play
player.
Sova when they asked me to play Sova. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean that Sova and Odin.
Yep. You know, we'll be doing server works and sometimes.
Yeah.
And they usually put me on the defense team while the team practices attack, or vice versa. The team is practicing an attack and I'll play the defense or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I will always pick up the Odin. Doesn't matter if I'm attacking or defending, and the team will always get mad.
Yes.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to play like that because people will play cringe.
It's kind of become a little bit of a running joke of like, the other team starts doing some dumb shit. Like they're like, oh man, they're picking up the pony play style. Like, get into it.
Up the Odin. What about Phantom v Vandal? What do you think is better?
Depends on the day I'm having.
Well, I mean, they did recently buff the
Yeah, they buffed the Phantom. I think
no more one.
it was more broken than it was before.
I agree.
Yeah.
But it is really honestly dependent on how the day is going. Yeah.
I completely
The agent too, like I'm playing smokes or like Cypher or something. Like I want the Phantom.
I agree. Right.
Sometimes, or like if I'm entering, I want the Phantom a lot of times. But other times, like long fights, like pick up the Vandal for sure.
Basically, yeah. I mean, I agree with that. Sometimes I'll catch myself in game being like, all right, it's a Phantom date today. No, it's a Vandal date today.
Yeah.
You seriously can go back and forth.
Yeah. I don't think it is matters that much. I think it's totally a mental thing. I actually think it has no difference.
It's like 6 of one, half dozen of the other. You know.
Yep.
They both serve their purposes really well. Viper alt, Phantom, like you said.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Austin the other day, he was like, all right, guys, we got Viper alt. Everybody's buying Phantoms this round.
I actually really respected that calm because that's not something he would have thought about like a year ago.
No.
Yeah.
So it's just like situationally, like Breeze, for example, I'm gonna play it.
You gotta play the Vandal on too many long angles.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get a 137 headshot. You know.
Yeah, dude. What's frustrating, isn't it? Like you think someone.
Yep. Yes. Like Vandal would have killed there.
Yep. Gun diff.
And
Gun diff.
The next round, I pick up the Vandal, completely whiff a crouch spray, and I'm like, Phantom boy killed there. Should have had the Phantom killed.
Yeah. You got to stick with one or the other. Well, that's kind of, I guess, like, do you have any other?
Yeah, actually, so there is something I added, and I believe I sent this to production beforehand.
Yes.
We have a quick agent tier list, I believe.
Oh.
Let's see if we've got this queued up and ready.
Oh, perfect.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right.
This is beautiful.
In person.
So, importantly, I didn't make this. This was already made, and it's updated for January. So Teo's on here, but Waylay is not.
Okay.
I think it's also a little too early to call Waylay. I didn't add Waylay because I feel like it's a little too early to put Waylay in.
I don't think, based on how you guys were talking earlier, I don't think you would have liked what I would have had to say about Waylay. I'll be honest.
You don't like her?
I would have put her in D, maybe C.
I don't think she's super strong.
She just, I don't think she has had the time for people to figure her out.
Her slows, so her two of her abilities, ultimate, 7-point ultimate, and her like 200 credit C ability are both bad.
You think so?
See the hinder?
Yes. Just, both of the two slows. Like,
yeah, well,
they're only good when they're comboed with some other piece of utility.
Yeah,
but
because the first shot accuracy is still crazy. You know, you're
exactly.
You're just bing.
And the hinder is line of sight too. So if you like throw it at the corner of a wall, like they can tuck behind the corner.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like the Tejo drone.
Whereas like Clove was it the Q?
The metal.
Yeah, that
hit through walls. That's
it's
frustrating,
everything,
right? It's so frustrating. The other day, somebody like threw it in hell of ascent. Like I was defending. They threw it in hell as I was swinging out heaven. Hit me, died instantly. I was like, what is this game?
Yeah.
Grenade does the same thing.
Yep.
Or, Haven B site. There's like that corner that you can kind of like, you have a little bit, if you're in sewers on A.
Yep.
That corner right there. I got slowed from a Sage slow orb on B site
through the
wall.
That's awesome.
How does that make any sense?
Going back to my favorite gun, you can Odin wallbang that.
Still?
I did know that was a thing way back then. Way back when.
That's amazing.
You could also, in that sewers position, you used to be able to updraft his jet and sit on the shelves that are up there. I used to use that a lot with a judge.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the agent.
Yeah, sorry.
Where we were at. Sidetracks. That's okay.
That's okay.
So let's just start, with the first one there. Astra.
The first one there, I think we tentatively put Astra in like an A tier.
Okay.
Like I think she's really solid. She was probably S tier before Clove came out.
Yeah.
And Clove came out and she lost a star.
Yes.
Now she's kind of sitting in between.
However, Astra in pro play is like such a high pick rate.
Yeah.
Such a high.
She's one of those characters, her and Yoru both. I mean, you could put Yoru in it right now too.
I agree.
Her and Yoru both are like very, very high skill ceiling.
Yeah, definitely.
I agree. Hey, Yoru A tier. All right, Breach.
Breach, one of my personal favorite agents. Yes. I can't totally be honest with you and tell you that he is any of these tiers, because in my mind, he is an S. He is absolutely an S. He's so much fun to play. And it's like, it's worldwide util, kind of like the Astra, right?
Yeah.
Your teammate sees somebody all the way on the other side of the map. You're like, okay, he's stunned. And like, go ahead and swing. Like, if you have a good breach on your team, you can count on the fact that just about every person you swing is going to be blind or stunned or forced to move out wherever.
Yeah,
Because you have good timing.
Yep.
Right? Yeah. All right, Brimstone.
I think Brimstone struggles to find his place.
I agree.
Brimstone is a combo character. His stim is really useful if you're running a Gecko or a Sky or a Tejo.
Oh, you're on an eco round, bro. You got stingers.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Absolutely. His smokes, I'm a CSGO hater. His smokes are so annoying. If I walk into a smoke and I can't see a person and I walk right by him, that bothers me.
Yep.
I'd put him in C.
Okay,
That's fair.
I think that's super fair.
He's got his place, but his place is like maybe 1 or 2 maps with another smokes.
I think I really like running him on bind with an omen.
Yep.
Just like, having a lot of smoke.
Or bind with a Viper.
Yes.
Or the other thing that we kind of experimented with a little bit was Fracture with Viper as well.
Okay.
But
we'll have to look at that. I haven't thought about Viper on that map before.
That'd be very interesting. All right, Chamber. Please don't hurt me in the soul.
Chamber is so broken. He's one of...
You think he's broken?
I do.
Okay.
Chamber is more broken than Jet is for comp, at least.
I love this guy.
I would probably put him in A, and I would put him above that Astra.
Yeah.
In comp in particular, I mean, it's still somewhat true when you're playing against teams who know what they're doing, given comms, stuff like that. But just the ability to take some early angle and get out, like,
instantaneously.
even though 2 of his abilities are just more guns, and one of his abilities is kind of a shitty trip, like, the teleport is just that good.
I will say he definitely has... Word Chamber is still what he was when he was released. He's S.
Absolutely.
He's S top of...
If Chamber was still what he was when he was released, he is the best agent by a mile.
In
2 tripwires, teleport all the way across the map. Like,
yes. And the trips did not have range.
Yep.
They didn't have a range.
It was the single most broken agent I think Valorant has ever put out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Legitimately.
No version. I mean, maybe you could argue like Ray's back when she had 2 grenades.
2 grenades, and they each exploded into 5 and
Reyna
4
with
pieces.
Yeah. Reyna with 4 orbs, right?
I mean, Reyna with 4 orbs is like you're still counting on you to be a good shooter.
Yeah, it's true. You have to get kills to make Reyna.
I mean, like, even a shitty chamber player is still going to be able to take 2 operator fights in a round.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, a free Guardian on pistol round, or just on eco rounds in general.
Yeah,
I mean,
just always have
a free
Yeah.
Guardian.
I mean, it's one of the things that, like, makes Jet a good operator character is the fact that she's got the knives every 5 to 6 rounds. She's going to pull out Jet knives, like, give her a second option with the operator. Chamber always has that second option.
That's true.
Yes.
So quick to pull out, too. I feel like it's like 0.75 seconds.
I mean, we've seen it a bunch of times this season with Nemo, right? He'll take that first shot, he'll pull out the headhunter, take 2 or 3 more shots, and then TP out, and do the same thing once they push his second.
That kid is crazy.
He is.
That kid is crazy.
He is the future of GBSU. That kid is
True. Orange job.
Bilski should be disappointed in himself for passing him up.
I agree. That I've told him that personally many times. Many times. So stick with it.
Yep.
All right. Clove.
Solid A tier. Maybe
Still?
I think
Even with a 40-second.
I would have put her in S tier if it were what was it, like a month ago? But
Yeah.
I think right now, right above Astra, below Chamber. Yep, right there. Yeah, I mean she's good. Her smokes kind of a bummer, that 40-second cooldown time.
And they're so short.
That's longer than both smokes.
sure.
So you smoke 2 and you don't even
Correct. It's like, what is it, 14.5 seconds for a smoke, and then
if not less.
So you're waiting 10 seconds on one choke basically without a smoke. But I mean, you have smokes after you've died. It allows you to be more aggressive. It allows you to do very specific play styles of, like, we're going to have 2 initiators, a duelist, a clove, and a chamber.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, everybody is there for the hit. Everybody has something to contribute to an attack phase.
The fact that KO's not really played much anymore, but the fact that you can dodge just KO's entire thing when you're dead.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's insane. There needs to be some kind of fix for that, I think. I think that's too broken.
Absolutely.
Like, you just have KO alt, use the null point, and nothing.
That's like, I agree with you. If the KO ults or something, or the knife hits your body after you've died.
Or, like, your body's in the range. I feel like but also there's probably not a way to, like, well, actually, the bodies are represented on the map.
Yeah.
So there's probably a way. Riot just hasn't done it.
Maybe Riot needs to hire more actual gamers.
Whoa. Well, they fired 11% of their staff last year.
Yeah, and then they
They probably have the money for it.
well, they definitely.
I've only given them like $2,000. I don't know if they have money for it.
Yeah. Cypher,
I love him. Love him to death. I think he's a B.
a B. Okay.
His trip's good. The fact that you can throw him down and walk away, great. The cam providing you a little bit of knowledge. I mean, a good Cypher player, you can take down 3 lanes by yourself, and the rest of your team is playing on the other side. Yeah, it's something we do all the time on Haven, right?
Yeah.
We'll have Cypher will set up garage. They'll set up C and B.
Yeah.
And then the team 4 stacks A, right?
Boom.
It's good. It's easy one. It is. A lot of space.
Deadlock.
I don't think she's that good, but man, is she fun.
You really? You think she's?
She is. I mean, I played her last night with the team. I was subbing in for Nemo, I think.
Mm.
And instead of Chamber on Lotus, I picked up Deadlock, and that was just a blast. Like, then now that the new update's out, I think there's some good and some bad with that. The net recharging, that's huge.
Yeah.
But the wall is so expensive. I mean, it's like playing a Sage.
Yes.
It's like having a Sage on your team. Like, your util costs so much money now.
The one thing I think that they could do to make Deadlock an actually like really viable Sentinel is make her trips not sound dependent. I think that makes her so bad.
Yep.
Almost every other Sentinel has active flank.
Correct. You can't play a Deadlock and not watch your flank.
Exactly. Oh, I had a trip there. Okay, they shift walk.
Yeah, they walk past it.
And
you're always going to shift walk anyway.
Yep.
Like, if somebody's flaking you, they're not just running it down.
No. And it can sometimes work on defense, right? Like they're running out onto site. Most of the time, they're not going to shift walk running out of hookah.
But even on defense, it can be weak sometimes. Like I said with the Cypher, you can set up 3 lanes. Like, you have to put all of your utility on 1 lane, and you have to stand there and watch it.
Yep.
So
you can replace the wall.
I would probably put her in maybe a C, a high C, like maybe above Brimstone.
ISO.
His new suppress is so broken.
Yeah, thank you.
He is.
What is that about?
He is absolutely correct. The whole, I mean, like, why do we even have KO anymore?
Right.
What am I going to use a KO for?
We have this KO drone. We have ISO Q.
Yep. That was the big thing that made KO good, was like, I'm going to throw my knife on site and then we'll run on with no Sentinel utility. Like, now that you can do that with KO drone and with the ISO Q, he's so good. I would put him in A.
I hate ISO players because they counter.
And A next to Yoru, probably.
They counter me playing Chamber.
Yeah.
That's the other big thing is, like, if you know you're going to play against a team that is, like, big into the operator. If any team were to watch our VODs ahead of time and say, like, oh, this kid always picks up the operator the moment he gets the money.
Yep.
ISO's the move. Because you swing it, it breaks the shield, you trade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gosh, that character is so annoying. All right, Fade.
I think Fade is in a bad spot right now.
Agree.
Sova is better than Fade is. I don't think Fade is bad, but for the job she fills, she is not good.
Just
I would put her underneath Brimstone.
And see.
Gecko, I also think, is in a bad spot. It's really. I love Gecko. He's one of my favorite characters. For a little while after that Steelcase event, I mean, we're toying with the idea of buzzing my head and doing the Gecko cosplay. Like,
hilarious.
Love the Gecko.
That'd be funny.
I would put him right next to the Cypher, but his abilities are just not that good right now.
Which is weird because he hasn't really.
Yeah, I don't think gotten any change. Really.
No, he hasn't gotten any nerfs in the last 3 or 4 months. But the big thing is, like,
meta.
The other initiators combined with the new duelist are just, it just makes less sense to play him.
Agree.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bummer. I'll be real.
Let's do a few more and then we'll move to the GeoGuessr game because we're getting close to 7. Oh, this is instead a GeoGuessr. Okay. Well, then never mind. All right, Harbor.
Harbor's a D.
D.
Okay. I think that's fair.
I mean, you make an agent that has 4 smokes. Like, his C is a smoke, his Q is a smoke, and his E is a smoke. And then his ult isn't. Like,
yeah.
What good does that really do?
And also, I mean, you just move.
Yeah.
And it doesn't.
It does kind of force you out of angles, though.
Yeah.
I feel like
when I have had any experience playing Harbor or playing against Harbor, what I find people use it most for is info, right? You pop the ult and you immediately look up at the sky, you can see the thunderbolts coming down, and you know, like, hey, there's 4 people on this site, it's time to rotate.
Yeah.
I mean, every now and then you see somebody who's going to pop it and, like, we're going to hit once it stuns, but, like, it's just not that effective.
Yeah, and it's sad because I actually really do like Harbor.
He's fun, isn't he?
Yeah, I think that if you could rotate the C before you throw it out, the tidal wave or whatever it's called.
Yeah. Yep. High tide.
Yes. if you could rotate the C so you could actually like cover
Kind of like the Sage wall. Yeah. The idea that you have to be like facing head on to an angle to be able to smoke it off it's just like, it's not great. You can't really effectively smoke a lot of things.
Like the only map I really think about playing him on like is Pearl, but then you also can't really smoke anything.
Yeah. I mean, maybe a little Icebox. I feel like he's viable on Icebox.
I don't think he's viable.
Some people play him on Icebox. I don't think he's good, but
I'm not saying he's a better controller pick than anybody. Yeah. Okay. Like Sam said, we are running out of time. Let's do the huge hit.
Lightning.
Okay.
Right.
Jet is an Esther.
Jet
has to be.
Agree.
Okay. KO right now, bottom of C.
Agree.
He is not that good.
Killjoy.
I would put right next to Cypher. I think they are both pretty interchangeable depending on the map. I don't think either one of them is super broken or super weak.
Yeah.
Neon, if you have a good initiator, is an S tier duelist.
So we'll say A, I guess, right?
What?
No. And you said if you have a good initiator, if
Yeah, I'm assuming you do have a good initiator.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean you have Breach. You see right there.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a little difficult because you have to have really good comms. Your Neon has to stay close to the team, but yeah, I would put her in S for sure.
I agree. Omen.
Yeah.
I would also put Omen in S tier.
There you go. Wrap it up, W. I love this guy.
All right, guys, GG day.
Classic Pony W right here.
Yeah, I think he has his shortcomings, but I think he's just such a well-rounded, like the rechargeable smokes, especially now that Clove doesn't have those rechargeable smokes anymore.
30 seconds.
Just makes him so high quality, even without the one-ways, right?
Yep.
Like, there's a lot of versatility in Omen.
Yeah. I mean, paranoia, like we were talking about earlier.
Blind is good for clearing large spaces. Like, yeah, he's great. He's great.
Yeah.
Phoenix in competitive is an S tier agent. In pro play, he is B. So I'm gonna say he belongs in B.
I agree.
I think that's valid.
You were saying earlier Clove didn't get picked at all in Masters. I don't think that's entirely true. I think there was like 2 games that Clove got picked.
Very low.
Phoenix did not get picked at all.
Okay.
Phoenix, Sage, and like one other character did not get any picks.
Yeah.
Probably Harbor. Feel like they play Harbor. Okay.
One thing I will say about Phoenix is huge buff, allowing him to not have to sit in his utility to heal.
Yeah. Also, the wall going through walls is
when that first change came out, it came out with the regen shields as well. Yeah. And what I discovered was, as Phoenix on a pistol round, you can reasonably take 200 damage. Like, you got your heal because that's only 150 for the wall.
Yep.
And you get the regen for 650. Like, it was perfect. It was pretty broken. I mean, it still is. They haven't really changed it, but being able to, it's a good pistol round win for sure.
I like regen shields a lot.
Yeah, I think
Raze.
What about Raze? I don't love her. I don't think she's bad.
I think her ult,
I don't love her.
sucks.
Yeah.
You know how many times I will watch the rocket hit somebody point blank and it does not kill them?
Yeah, it's a little funky.
I'm playing.
It's a joke we all have with Cameron on the team, Cam Pitbull.
Yeah.
We all make fun of him. We call it the Cam ult. This kid's terrible with it. He can't use it. He's never gotten a kill. He pops it, immediately shoots it off. But honestly, it's just not that good.
No, dude.
Like, we're going to keep blaming him, but it's not his fault. Like, it's just not that good of a...
I think I can only think of one. I can think of one time he got a kill with the ult on Lotus Beast site.
Yep, one time.
It was in that video that
he played it.
Whoa. Cam Pitbull's been playing Raze as long as I've known Cam Pitbull.
Yep.
Yes.
Uh-huh. But
it's so inconsistent. It's my problem.
I think, even that being said, I think she belongs in A still. I would put her right behind ISO probably.
Such a good entry duelist.
Yeah, her movement is pretty unmatched right now. Even with Waylay, I think Waylay is not that good. Like I said, even with Waylay coming in, I don't think there's much better movement to be had other than the Raze satchels.
Yeah.
And then the Boombot is a great piece of personal utility to say, like, hey, I'm going to satchel in and clear this side, and I'm going to have my Boombot clear this other side for me. Yep. Like, it's phenomenal.
Reyna?
Reyna has a special place in hell. I think D. And I'm not going to justify it.
Fair enough.
I'm not going to justify it. I think Reyna's terrible.
Sage
is in D above Reyna, but below Harbor.
Even though they made
the
ult less.
And the heals more.
I actually just don't care.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, no, I think she's so incredibly mid.
Yeah.
And maybe she doesn't deserve the D tier, but the fact that she is the most played agent up until like Diamond drives me so bonkers that I think the world needs to know that she belongs.
She feels like Brimstone to me.
She does.
Like,
it's like one of those agents that you learn how to play, who's simple,
correct,
easy to understand,
correct,
but just not good. Let's put Sage down. I don't think we need to have Sage anymore.
Agree. Skye
is great, but then her flash just got nerfed, and now she's kind of meh.
Yeah.
I would put her in a B, probably above Gecko, honestly.
Yeah.
Her dog still has a lot of value to it, even though I can't really see that far. Her dog still has a lot of value. The heals are good. I mean, I don't think having a healing agent is incredibly necessary in Valorant right now. But her heals are, I mean, they're still nice if you take some early chip damage. Yep. You're like, hey, can I get some heals?
Yeah, you don't have to waste a full Sage or...
Yeah, a whole, I mean, it's got a 40-second recharge. Like, it's terrible.
Yes.
But happened a few times yesterday during scrims. We were trialing a Skye for a little bit, and like, I would take some early chip damage, be brought down to like 10 or 15 HP, just bring it all back. It's great. Yep. Super convenient.
Sova?
Sova's an S tier agent right now, for sure. His, I don't feel like he's really experienced very many nerfs, or I would put him above the Neon.
The one most recent nerf I can remember is I think they lowered the amount of damage shock darts do.
Yep, lowered the shock darts, and then lowered the amount of times that the drone and the recon dart ping.
Yeah.
Right, those both went down from 3 to 2. Even with that being said, like, he has so much control over the map.
Yeah.
And he's great for like an IGL to play, because you're playing behind your teammates.
Yep.
And you can say like, hey, I want to push this thing, and we're going to lead with my drone. Like, I'm going to know what's happening first, but I'm not in any danger.
Yeah.
Like, he's a really good agent right now.
Great.
Pretty solid.
Teo?
Tejo is good. Hard to say it. It's hard to say it. Probably A, behind the Rays is where I would put the Tejo. His drone, phenomenal. Makes so much noise. It is so incredibly loud.
Yes.
You can shoot it if you hear it coming. That being said, it still gets a lot of info.
Yeah.
His nades, really good if you combo them with a breach or a dead loss or any of that. They're also really good on the post plant, right?
Yeah.
They allow you to stall a lot of time. They allow you to take a lot of space. Like, he's a very versatile character right now.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of times I've been in a post plant situation trying to defuse Fike, and I get double salvoed, and then he ults me.
Yep.
Oh my God.
What are you even really supposed to do about that?
Yeah, it's like he saved his ult, obviously. He probably salvoed at the beginning of the round, and it refreshed, and now he has almost every single piece of utility in his kit to keep me off this bomb.
Yep.
Amazing, right?
God forbid he has the stun too, so you can't even shoot back.
Legitimately.
Yep. He is not fun to play against if you're playing against a good one.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
Viper is spectacularly mid. I'd put him above the Phoenix in the B tier. Yeah, I don't really have that many thoughts about Viper. You have to have a second controller. You can't you can't solo a Viper. She's just not that good.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I remember when you could. That was one of my most played agents at the time.
Who snake bites can pick up your Q.
Yep.
And when they didn't like double the amount of smoke that it took when you had
she was so strong for a while.
Yep. Yeah. And even now I think she's okay. I just don't think her spot is in the current meta.
Yeah.
I could very reasonably see like nerfs being added to some of the smokes, or some buffs being added to some like Fade or Sova, and her coming back in the meta. But right now she's just not there.
What about Vise?
Vise is broken.
So you know what's so funny, because every time me and Ben talk about Vise, one of the first streams this year, one of the questions I pulled Skye on. Yep. I said, "What do you think about Vise? Will she be good?" He said, "I don't see her changing the meta." And now we're here in present. Everybody's playing.
She's quite good.
Yep.
Everybody's playing.
Those thorns last forever.
I mean, basically, it's like the one good thing Sage had going for her is the slows.
Yeah.
And on Vise, I can put them down at the start of the round. I can have a one on B site. I can have a one on A site. And I can slow whenever my team asks me to. Yep. And I know they're not going to walk through it because they're going to take 90 damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, they're not going to jet dash through it because they're going to take 90 damage.
Yep.
Like, she is absolutely broken right now. The wall... it's a flash. The flash is good info. I love the flash, especially on maps like Pearl.
Yep.
Where you have like back-to-back walls that lead into very different parts of the map. Like you'll see a lot of times on Pearl, we'll throw the flash through a wall, pop it immediately, and pull it back, just for info. Like, hey, is there anybody in art when we're attacking on Pearl? Things like that.
Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, I would throw her in the A tier, probably above the Astra.
Okay.
Cool. Well, that's the pony tier list.
Yeah. next thing here, we want to review clips from some streams and Discord. So, Sam, do we have these clips ready or no? Okay, we got clips that we're gonna review. You can rate these, Pony. You can say which one's the best.
I'm so ready.
When Joel was here, we did the clip of the week.
Yep.
I think we might try to bring that back.
That'd be huge. That's fun.
I would love that. I would love that.
I think it might be part of this podcast, if I'm not mistaken. All right, this is Miata. This is Dylan.
All right.
I need. They're just like one by one,
Giving them the ace, I guess.
They have the red colorway here.
What's that? Well, with that thing, just
Nah,
but Dylan is like mid ascendant, maybe ascendant 2 or
I think
3 right
yeah.
now. Oh, he's good with that here. You can see when he pops that scoreboard.
Yeah.
I thought they're holding cross, could have been backside. But yeah, he's a new player. And I love playing him with him last year. He's so much fun to be around. Like,
he's just a good guy.
that's one of the.
Oh shit! Reina looking.
Dude, yeah, that's it.
Raiders lost.
Reina is lost.
Faked him out, right?
Absolutely. Okay, so cool clip from Dylan there. I mean,
those first 3 for free.
bop, bop, bop. I mean,
Yep. I would give it a solid like 7 out of 10, maybe 6.5. you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think points were lost a little bit with just the time of the clip,
Yeah.
you know. It's I've got Zoom or TikTok brain, you know. If the clip's lasting more than like 10 or 15 seconds, like I'm out of it. I'm ready to I'm swiping. I'm going to the next TikTok. First three kills back to back. Beautiful, clean, well deserved. Yeah.
Right.
Solid clip.
Let's see the next one. Roll the next one. This is from one of our streams.
Okay. Nemo's. Love
Real
it.
clip from stream.
Pretty much every clip on stream is a Nemo clip. I swear.
I don't actually think I don't think I casted this game.
Dude, Sam, do we know who this is against?
Probably not.
No worries.
Wait, maybe this was the game where Kim got that kill on B site.
Man. UTD.
Viper alt.
Oh no. Nope. Not.
Feels bad, man.
Nemo pulls up.
Okay. Gets one through the smoke.
And it's Viper. That's huge. Today goes down.
Team clip.
Okay.
So less of a Nemo clip, more of a team clip.
I'm gonna give that one a 5.
Yeah, I'll give that. I mean, it wasn't anything flashy.
It was a
like,
good retake.
It was a clean retake against a pretty difficult situation. I mean, playing against that Viper ult, right?
Yeah, it's hard.
You have to be coordinated. Throw this util here. We're gonna clear out this space back site. Now we're gonna move into the front site. Let's tap the bomb.
Significantly harder after Dak died too. I mean, if you still had Sabo up, I didn't catch if he did or not, but
Yeah, for sure.
easier. All right, let's see another one from Discord submission.
That's good.
Misled right now.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Oh,
That's really hard.
I can't say I'm totally proud of this.
Yep. Snipe him. Snipe him. Please snipe him. Oh my god.
I wanted to, but I didn't want to make no one. I think we're doing a server work here. You can see it's a 3v4.
Ben actually,
But
Ben saved me from getting knifed in the back the other day.
Oh, yeah.
The same thing.
yeah.
Could have killed me like 10 seconds prior. Was trying to sneak up behind me.
So I mean,
Man.
you missed like the first 15 seconds of that clip, but I was following Cam around with my knife out for like 15 straight seconds all the way through sight. We snaked around all over the place. And then out of nowhere, he decides to hit 180 and just kills me. I'm like, okay, what's even the point?
Interesting to me.
Man, that's so... Can't believe they did you like that.
It's heartbreaking, right? It's heartbreaking.
All right, how many more we got, Sam? Okay. Let's do like 1 or 2 more.
So Mr. Dakota here, 1v1 situation.
Anyone down?
I'm not casting, but...
I think you should cast.
Well, I'm casting tonight. Oh!
Okay.
Yeah, Owen just threw.
Well, Omen...
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, how high can we rate that clip? It's more of like a
I mean,
look at how
Omen's
terrible
high,
my
Omen's
teammates
inferior.
are, as opposed to look at how good I am, kind of.
Yeah.
Which I love watching those, but I give it like maybe a 6, almost 6.
Omen thought he was me. He thought he could pull that off, but it was... He's not in...
He's probably been watching too many of your highlight.
Yeah, he's not in Plat 2, so it doesn't really work out.
Doesn't translate so well.
Yeah. I'm too high elo.
I mean, he's playing against the DAC.
Right.
So.
You know,
Yep.
he really should have, checked the receipts on who he's playing against.
A tracker, a scoreboard, or something, right?
all right, one more, Sam. Give us one more.
Make it a good one. Make it a term clip.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I won clip of the week number something or other at one point.
My favorite clip of yours. I'm just kidding. I don't know if I should talk about it.
I'm gonna pull one up for next week.
A Pitbull 2v3.
My classic doesn't do that.
Literally.
Well, it's probably because you haven't bought the Sentinels Classic. I mean, I heard you guys talking about being 100 Thieves fans.
Yes.
I think posting a clip of Pitbull getting sat down kind of hurts my feelings a little bit. Hopefully he's not watching the stream or anything.
Where do we get these?
Sam said he got 2 kills. Clip it.
Yeah.
Cut the clip. Cut the clip.
You guys were talking bad about my Sentinels. Kind of hurts my feelings a little bit. I know.
I wasn't talking bad. I just said
I was.
You said that they won Master of Reykjavik and haven't done anything since.
that's pretty much true. I did say they won Masters Madrid.
They
I
did
said
win
that,
Madrid. Yep.
but that is essentially true
They're America's sweethearts, though.
because
See,
they
this is
won
what I mean,
Masters
though.
Reykjavik
Yes.
Like,
and because of tens, and that's literally the only reason.
exactly. Like, the
It is
whole
10.
brand is built around tens. Tens is gone.
I mean, it's like hating on Cloud9 Rocket League. I don't know if you guys watch Rocket League at all.
No.
Hating on them because they don't have like squishy muffins anymore. Like
It's like hating on
It's-
LeBron James.
it's still the team. I mean, here's the thing: if you love a team, you love them with or without the players, right?
That's
like-
true. Yeah.
If you're a Lakers fan and LeBron James moves on, like
Well, if you're Rihanna, you follow him around. That's what she does. She's a Heat fan. Yeah, she was sits courtside at the Heat game. Now she sits courtside at the Laker game. Same deal. Same difference.
that's pretty funny. I didn't know that.
That's a bandwagon thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you gotta love the team with or without the players, man.
I know. Okay, yeah. Like I was saying just a second ago, when Joel was here, we did Clip of the Week every week. He ran that. Joel moved on. He's in a big boy job now.
So bigger and better place.
W Joel. We love you very much. But we are starting Clip of the Week again. I think are we using the same Discord channel, Sam? Same Clip of the Week channel in our GVSU Esports Discord. Submit your clips at Broadcast Team when you submit them, please. At me, at Broadcast Team, whatever. And we will review these on the podcast every week.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
And instead of just having Joel pick which one's the best and submitting it, we'll talk about it live on stream. We'll watch them all and then we'll review them.
Live but recorded and
Yeah.
at least at a later date because
Well, yeah, more like one week in advance. Yeah, we might start. Okay, that's another thing. We might start doing it on stream too.
okay, yeah, that would work.
Either way, join the Discord if you haven't joined the Discord already. Keep tuning in to our 24-hour Day of Giving stream today.
Yeah.
$30 gets you socks. Pony's got them over there. $30 gets you Day of Giving socks.
They're beautiful.
If you're
Really
part
lovely.
of the Esports Club and you're at home and you want to be involved in any way on the stream, come to the Esports Center. There's things that we can have you do. And if you are a part of the stream in any way, free t-shirt. $150 donation gets you one of our sick jerseys, personalized with everything you want. And yeah, just we really appreciate your contributions to GVSU Esports. It's been a long day. I've been here since 9:30. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to be back super soon, me and Ben, and also Eric, to cast, well, not this Premier game, but the GC game. But the boys will be playing as well. So let's root them on. Come to the Esports Center. Join the 24-hour stream. We are going till 10 a.m. LAC is open all night. Come hang out with us. Pony, thank you so much for being a part of this first ever live episode.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks for
Laker LAN.
Yeah, I loved it. It's been fun.
Amazing. All right, guys. Keep up the donations. Keep playing Louis Cart. We'll see you back here very soon for Game Changers. Peace.
Very shortly.